A lot of y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You blow it on on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get your a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple, buy a piece of ownership in Apple, buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner, buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out, not to live there. We talking about an investment house. Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account, and guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
What's up, people? How y'all doing this morning? Getting ready to be afternoon. It's 11:30 where I'm at, 11:22. Um, Shout out to everybody that pulled up, everybody in the building. Let me see. We got Black Gal, Kasima Jaga, Sherry Morgan, Nada Watkins. Hey, I'm just sitting back, chilling, watching people, and I'm just like, man, it's sad. Um, Biz have made, I talk about myself in third person. I'd have made like maybe $17,000 in the last 2 days. While people just on here, days of our lives, man. It's sad. It's very sad. The way people minds work, they just gravitate towards bullshit. It's sad. You're your own worst enemy, and I mean that. You know, we got to take in different things, man. We have to. We have to try to take in different things, and you know, this is a direct react relationship to our overall community, like the overall Black America and the United States. Let's just say that, right? Other countries don't have the opportunities we do, but we are so focused on so much bullshit. It is sickening all day long. I fall back. I just go in the bushes and I um I might listen to a little bit of it. Then I go back to see what's going on in the markets. Like the last 2 or 3 days, I didn't have time to be listening to the foolishness. I was watching my money just pile up. And the first thing I was excited, like, oh yeah, I'm about to get this bread. Then I instantly said, man, do you know how many people that's just lost out there? It's like, man, the information you take in is major, man. I don't want to hear nobody's holding anyone down. You're literally holding yourself down because I've been on this platform for like maybe 2 years or maybe a little longer, maybe 2 years, and I've been talking about this, and nobody wants to listen. I mean, all you got to do is see the numbers, see where most people's minds are. It's sad, man. It lets you understand why only 10% of people make money in these markets when you start looking at it. Because just think right now, it's 6 people in here, 6 people watching this stream. And it's 200, 300 people in here when I'm talking nonsense. You see the numbers? It's a direct reflection of our community. This is why we don't succeed. This is why we fucked up in the head. And it's the truth. You know, the truth hurts, but it's the truth. It's like your attention is only for dumb shit that really has no bearing in your life whatsoever. I don't know what am I doing that some of you guys can't do except the information that I'm taking in. I literally made like $17,000 in the past 2 days. My net worth went up 17,000 in the past 2 days. And I'm watching people just look so foolish, just arguing back and forth. And the people listening to it, they ain't making nothing. They just entertained. They're just being entertained, right? If somebody would just pay attention, change your life. It's sad, but I'm just gonna continue to do what I do because I hate to say I told you so, but I have no problem telling you I told you so. I just hate to say I told you so. Um, we got Philly 2K24. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Yeah, this gonna be game right here. This stream right here gonna be game. We got Bitcoin approaching 48,000. That's a major resistance. Um, I don't know how Bitcoin is gonna react to 48,000, but had you been listening to this stream, we would have. I was saying if $38,000 presented itself, that would be a good time to get your initial purchase, right? Now we at 48,000. So had had the people been paying attention, it would be beautiful if it could be 1,000 people making money from this sector, right? That would be beautiful. They're so busy worried about, oh, what was this person say? What that person say? What this person say? What is that person gonna say? What is this person saying about me? What is that person saying about me? My net worth is up $17,000 the past 2 days. Right. You guys, for all the people that been watching me from the start, my actual investment portfolio was down $9,000. Right now, I'm up 27 or more $1,000. Right. I started this position in CleanSpark. Well, it's a Bitcoin mining company with like maybe $11,000. The total value of that position right now is 41,000, almost $42,000. So I'm up almost $30,000 on that one position. Then I got a position in cryptocurrency called Crowcoin, which is I invested around $5,000. That position is almost $10,000. It's like 9,700 right now. Um, and now I've been buying XRP, and I'm pretty much even on that position. It's not moving up or down. I'm just like slowly accumulating because I believe in that project. So now I want to invest into that. But it's just sad, man. It really is, But hey, this is why only a few people make money because the majority are what you call sheep, right? That's the majority. I'm talking about in this market, right? That's the majority are sheep. They just follow the herd. The crazy part about it is nobody's really going to start buying until we're at the top of the market, right? I was calling the bottom of the market. I was telling everybody, hey man, this is when you want to do. And people would say stupid ass shit. Oh, we don't want to listen to you. Oh, I heard somebody say, you selling people Bitcoin. Like, no, the fuck I'm not. Um, you buy Bitcoin from an exchange. This is the mind of people, man. Because they do no research. They only research drama. This is why they stay where they at in life. We got Single Me Out. Appreciate you pulling up. Kim R. Appreciate you pulling up. So the more and more people focus their mind on dumb shit, the more and more you get no results. None. Except a laugh, a joke. What is that doing for your family, man? What is that doing for your financial state? What is that doing for to help you create any type of legacy on this earth? What does that do? If somebody could give me value in any of that, I would like to hear it. Because I see no value in that but entertainment. And that's all we want to be as a community is entertained all the time. I should see a lot more people on here saying, "Hey man, this is what's going on. Hey man, I'm up this amount. We doing that. We up this amount. You know, but the mind is fucked up, man. Trying to break through it just a little bit. You know, I got 9 people in here. That's good. Appreciate y'all pulling up. You know, this right here on the screen, what you see is the Bitcoin halving clock. So in 66 more days, Bitcoin will have. The halving it means it will be less rewards, less Bitcoin that's in the market, half less than the miners will receive now. You get half of that after the halving. The halving is a major event, but I got a secret for you. In 66 days, it's still gonna be bullshit talk back and forth. Nobody's gonna see this. Nobody's gonna care about this when they stupid. Because this could change your life. Like real talk, you know. So the Bitcoin halving is in 66 days. I hope you guys paying attention. So we gonna move on from that. I want to show you guys something to the 7 people in here that is a major reason why we don't listen and why our brain is not wired to comprehend, right? I want to go over an earnings call. I want to present to you an earnings call. You know, a business that's going to give its shareholders an actual earnings call. What does that seem like? What is that? How does that work? I'm going to show you guys that. But for the people that can't think and their brains are not smart enough to pick up information that actually can help them, they don't want to hear this. They don't want to see something like this. It doesn't make them laugh, right? Because your laugh is more valuable than that $17,000 I made in 2 days, right? You're joking, your disrespect, your lies is more important than watching your portfolio grow from 11,000 to over 50,000, right? So your mind is what's holding you back. Say, Biz, you think you better than other people? No, that's the problem. I don't. I think that you guys taking way more dumb shit that has zero effect on your life than I do. That's it. Right? If you can change your mind just a little bit, why you can't be making more than me? Why you can't watch your portfolio grow just as well as I'm watching mine grow? You see me, I still be in the chats. I chill off commenting a little bit because it's starting to get repetitive and foolish to me. Be honest with you, right? I mean, it is what it is. These people are who they are. I'm worried about this bag. I'm worried about my children. I'm worried about what can I do to benefit my community. And if it's only 11 people in the chat, appreciate y'all, that's worried about that, then that's why we have a big problem. And it never gonna change. I need to worry about my own self more than worry about somebody else. Right? Hey, I'm doing a great job. Right? My investment is up 250%. Just think about that. Right? So you guys keep on running your fucking mouth and saying all this dumb stuff out your mouth. Just keep on doing that shit and watch everybody surpass you. And then you're going to turn right around and blame the white man or blame the society or blame somewhere else. The blame has to go except for yourself. I'm just being honest, man. So, all right, let's get into this. We're going to stop talking about that. You know, um, like I said, I don't come on here for no money. I don't need to keep cussing people out. This this platform is good for money if for those who need it as a tool or for those who use it as a tool to make money. You can make money on this platform, but once again, I made 17,000 in the past 2 days, right? So I'm good. I don't need to be greedy. Greed is a sin. I just come on here, try to help, try to get the information out, try to open people's eyes. Like I said, I'm grateful for the 10 people in here listening. Maybe their family will be impacted for something they heard me say. You know, that's what I come on here for. Um, that's it. I'm not big on making money off of people. I can make money in these markets, a lot of money in these markets, and so can you. All right, so let's look at. All right, as you see on the screen, the Bitcoin halving is in 66 days. 66 days, the rewards of Bitcoin will be cut in half. It will cause a supply shock in the market, and supply and demand works one way. With little supply, more demand, prices rise. With a lot of supply, less demand, prices drop. You understand? You will not see this is not a countdown like a explosion. This is just to the having it. You will not see a instantaneous result in the price of Bitcoin after the having it. It will take a little bit of time, maybe a month, maybe two, and then you will see a price increase on the asset. And just think about that. We have 50,000. I'm calling for a top around 75, 80,000. Right. I'm going to show you how the media is going to try to push a certain narrative. They're already doing it in the news right now, and it's going to get people um, with low understanding to fall for the bait. Right. All right. So matter of fact, let's get right into that. Just move right along. Super Bowl today, you already know I like the Niners. Niners gonna win. Hopefully, um, me and KB got a little bet going on. I'm gonna make sure I remind him. I'm trying to get. A matter of fact, I'm gonna text him so he'll know that this bet is on. I don't know what he think this is, but okay, let's go right here. We gonna go to This is something called the Motley Fool. It's like investment article. People come look at it, right? It's telling you right here, say Bitcoin will hit $100,000 in 2024. That's cap, in my opinion, right? These are the type of headlines you're gonna see to try to make people pile a bunch of money in here, right? It's just gonna make the headlines is what make you pile a bunch of money in here. I don't feel we're gonna go to $100,000 by the end of this year. Matter of fact, I don't even think this cycle is gonna top out at 100,000. I think it's gonna keep saying that to keep driving people to put money while they're collecting profits, right? While the other people are collecting profits off of you, and you're buying at 90,000, 80,000, waiting for it to get to 100. But let's just say if this article wasn't wrong, right? Which nobody knows. because we can't see the future. My prediction doesn't mean that's going to happen, right? I'm not right every time I predict something. I'm not wrong every time I predict something. You know, I'm right about the overall asset, the asset of Bitcoin. I heard people say things like Bitcoin ain't money. You don't spend it. You can't spend it. Bitcoin is an investment tool, right? Apple stock is not money either. Apple stock is an investment tool, right? Let's say Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Netflix, Nvidia, Tesla. These are not money. It's not money. It's an investment tool. Stop thinking about Bitcoin as money. We haven't gotten there yet, right? Bitcoin is just an investment tool. It's a tool you use to invest. Understand that. It's not money, right? It's not currency. It's currency in some places that accept it, but it's not currency in the United States or, you know, in most places. It's an investment tool. It's the fastest growing investment in human history. That's what it is. All right. They call it digital gold. Gold, you can't go buy anything in gold, right? You can't just go to the Walmart and give them gold. They're not accepting your gold. What is gold? Gold is an investment tool. Bitcoin is an investment tool. And I hope people understand what happens if we get to a point when Bitcoin is accepted at Walmart. Where the fuck you think the price is going to be at then? Right? That price is going to be substantially higher, or the value is going to be substantially higher than it is today. Right? So why wait until people start spending Bitcoin at Walmart before you own any of it? Oh, I know, because you worried about what he say, she say, like little school kids. He say, she say. A bunch of 50-year-old, 40-year-old, 30-year-olds on some he say, she say. Our kids are in big trouble with leaders like we have, and the parents that's around here. Our kids are in big trouble. I'm just being honest. Honesty sometimes hurt, man. I'm trying to skin your ass. I'm trying to tell you the truth to make you wake the fuck up. Right? Our kids are in big trouble if we got a bunch of grown ass adults talking about he say, she say. And I ain't talking about 4 or 5. I'm talking about 3, 4, 500. Shit is crazy. And you wonder why the world is the way it is. He say, she say. Okay, so this price prediction right here say coming off an impressive 2023 when it rose by more than 100%. Biz was telling people in January of 2023 that Bitcoin was at a bottom and we needed to start buying, and nobody wanted to listen because we worried about he say, she say. Right? I was telling you in January last year, hey man, this is the bottom. We are closer to the bottom than we are the top. It's more risky not to be in Bitcoin right now. I never seen price. I mean, I don't think where you think this price is going, but it ain't going to zero. You know, so it's up over 100%, 150%. It's shaping up to have an even better 2024. But will it be able to keep enough momentum to hit the highly anticipated $100,000 mark? Pay attention to that. Everybody's anticipating this $100,000 mark. It's a big mark going around. Everybody talking about 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Everybody can't be right. Everybody can't make a millions of dollars. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a lot of people waiting for 100,000, and they're going to be highly disappointed. They're going to get discouraged because it's going to drop all the way back down to around 30,000. This is my opinion. I think we're going to run up $75,000. I think that's in the cards. $75,000, $80,000 is definitely on the table, right? Then once it get up that high, I feel like that would be the top of the market, but the news would be telling you otherwise. The news would be telling you $100,000 is imminent, $100,000 is guaranteed. I just don't think it's going to go that high this cycle. It eventually go that high, but not this cycle. It's just my opinion. But I tell you what, it's going to be higher than 15,000 where it was at last year. I told you guys to buy that shit, right? So it said, let us cut to the chase. The answer is yes. How can they definitively tell you the answer is yes? They can't. I can't tell you anything certainty. How can this article tell you that? You see this shit? How they trying to manipulate people? In my opinion, the reasoning for this corresponds to several evolving developments, but the most influential boils down to one simple phenomenon: supply and demand. Right. That's the Bitcoin halving coming up in 66 days. Why you worried about he say, she say? 66 days is a Bitcoin halving. Have you prepared yourself for this event? For this investment event? Have you prepared anything for this? Or you so worried about what he say, she say? When my account hit $100,000, it could be multiple people around me that at least made 30,000, 40,000, right? Or more than me. It could be some millionaires be made. It's gonna be millionaires made during this bull cycle that we are already in. We already in this bull cycle. We at a point in the chart where I see resistance at 48,000. We might drop back to 45, but it's not going to keep dropping. My what I always tell people is average in, a little bit at a time. I said when 38,000 present itself, that would be a time to start averaging in. I said if I saw 35,000, I would go get a loan and buy this shit. I said that on live stream. I saw 38,000 came around the last week of January. 38,000 was right there. Who listened? Who pay attention? Or we so busy clicking on the shit that just drama? Right? Who listened to that when I said that? When fucking CleanSpark, the Bitcoin mining company that I invest in, I said this was one of the best Bitcoin miners in the world. Who listened to me? Because it wasn't talking about your mother or your father or anything crazy, right? Nobody want to fucking listen. It's on you, man. So it say supply and demand. With a bit of math, it becomes easy to see how a six-figure Bitcoin is not only within the realm of possibility, but almost a near certainty. See, I don't like that. I believe Bitcoin is certain to hit 100,000, but I don't believe it would do it by the end of this year. Right? I don't like the way they word in this article. It's going to manipulate people into feeling like Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000 this year. Some people believe that. Some people don't. I believe it will get to 100,000 in the future, but not this year. That's just my opinion, right? Because the most of the mainstream media is telling you that's what's going to happen. So I agree. I do the opposite. If they think it's going to 100,000, I'm cool with 75, 80,000. I'm cool with that. I'm selling at that point. When I see it go that high, I'm selling. Right? I'm going to take my gains from 15,000 to 80,000, sell it and be happy, right? And wait for the bear market to come. This is what my opinion is. Because if we never hit that $100,000 mark, then what? What am I really missing? An extra 20,000 when I took it all the way from 15,000 to 80,000? Is that being greedy? That would be being greedy, right? I got to cut my losses. I'm good right there. So you ever guys seen the show How to Be a Millionaire? And then the guys goes up there. He's up 200,000, and then he says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try again." And then he picks the box and lose everything when he could have just took that 200,000 and got the hell out of Dodge. That's what I'm thinking. Would that put you in a better position financially in the real world life? Yeah. Anytime you see any kind of life transforming wealth or life transforming money, that's your cue to take your shit and go transform your real life. We can always come back to the thing that got you where you at. Could always come back to the investing. But what about your real life? What's going on in your face with your kids and your children? You need to change something, right? So that's it for that. Let me see. I talked about that. All right. Let me get over here. Boom. I'm gonna show this on the screen. This is Coin Market Cap, right? Coin Market Cap is gonna tell us uh, what's going on with each individual cryptocurrency. So we have Bitcoin is at 48,100. Nah, I think it's gonna might go down a little bit, but I can't call it either way. I knew 38. I thought 35,000 was coming, but I wasn't comfortable saying wait for 35. I said it would be a good time to start averaging around 38, hoping it gets to 35. We never went to 35. We went to 38 though. 38 did come. 38 was right there. That was a level of support. Right now we at a level of resistance 48,000. If you remember the last time Bitcoin moved, we moved up to 48,000 and then stalled out and went back down to 38. This time we back at 48,000. Each time the current investment comes towards a resistance, each time it hits that resistance, it's a more likelihood we break through. Right, we might break through 49, 50. We start getting above 50,000, we're going to be on the next leg up, right? So once again, if you can understand my language, if you willing to understand that if we drop back down to 35, you still okay and you feel comfortable buying here, then that's on you, right? I'm expecting a little drawdown before it breaks through 48,000 for the last time this cycle, and we be going upwards on the next leg up. But I think this is a level of resistance. A lot of selling is going to occur around $50,000. That's a psychological number. It's a lot of people that was buying at 15,000. They're going to want to take their profit off the table around 50,000. We are very close to that number. If you're on the sidelines, you're not involved. It might be a time to start really paying attention to this shit, right? If I'm sitting here saying I believe we could go to 80,000, 80,000 is higher than 50,000. You missed most of the boat when I was talking about it at 15,000, right? You missed that boat. That boat is sailed. So, all right, you can see these are the top. XRP. That's a cryptocurrency I'm buying right now. Is 52 cents. It's up 3% in the last 7 days. I've been buying this weekly. I just been buying any number. It doesn't matter. I'm buying here. I'm buying there. Whatever it's at, because I like this currency. This cryptocurrency XRP. Right. It's the top 6. Anybody that's starting to get in crypto, me personally, I would recommend looking at the top 20 cryptos. It's about 300 or 400 crypto currencies. The top 20 established itself. The top 20 has a good community following. The top 20 has a good, strong base, right? If you were involved in crypto, if you wanted to get involved with cryptocurrency, I would focus on the top 20. I would do some research and then decide. You don't need 20 damn cryptocurrencies. You can it's good. I never want to have more than 3 to 5 actual crypto, right? That I'm invested in. Bitcoin being one of them. Bitcoin being the main one in your portfolio, right? I would use Bitcoin as the main one. And then you can pick between 3 to 5. Don't pick goddamn 30 goddamn cryptocurrencies. You fighting backwards, you know. 3 to 5 is good. I got around 3, maybe 4. I got 4 cryptocurrencies, right? I like Bitcoin. I like Crowcoin, right? That's in the top 30. See, I'm telling people to be more sure. I'm going with Crowcoin because I like their business model, and I'm taking a risk because it's not in the top 20. Crowcoin is ranked like number 30 or 40 cryptocurrency, and by market cap, right? So I'm taking a risk on that. I like Crowcoin. I like their business. I did some research on it. I'm cool with investing in Crowcoin. That's my choice. I don't know. Most people not gonna do no research. So that's why I'm saying stick to the top 20 for newcomers that just want to be involved, right? Um, Other than that, we good. We good. You need to look at these cryptocurrencies. Crypto, remember, crypto is about the community. It's no business backing crypto. Okay. Stock market is backed by businesses, actual businesses in the world. We're gonna get to that right now, matter of fact. So let's go over here and see. Then I'm gonna get off of here and get ready for the Super Bowl because my 49ers are playing. All right, Clean Spark, my company, the one that I'm invested in the most. Let me see what the chat talking about. Debt overlay. trades, active currency. Because you're not Jehovah's sheep, you are better to listen, my Lord. I don't know. But look, this right here is a financial report that came out like 2 days ago for CleanSpark. We have big news in CleanSpark's company. CleanSpark just went profitable. This is why you see a crazy rally in the stock price. We were up like 35% the other day. Friday. CleanSpark went through the moon because they had a great financial quarter. Okay, let's look at what that means. What happened in this quarter? Where's my mouse? Okay, boom. All right. We got it's a first fiscal year, the FY means fiscal year 2024, first quarter revenue of 73.8 million, a net income of 25.9 million, and adjusted EBITDA of 69.1 million. Revenue grows 165% year over year. Current hash rate surpasses 12.5 exahash. Okay, this is the headline. I was talking about this company when it was $2, $3 a share. This company now is $13, almost four. It's $13.95 right now a share, right? So I have almost 3x my investment in this company. I identified this company. I did my research on this company. I was looking at through this company, and I figured out that eventually they will become profitable. Well, they blew expectations out of the water. All the experts expected CleanSpark to have a negative return on their profit of 22 cents per share in the company. Well, CleanSpark blew that out the water. We're actually profitable 14 cents per share in the company, which translate to a major run up in the stock price. A major, that's how come I went up about $17,000 in 2 days, right? So I'm bringing you this. Now we're going to show you something that you guys probably, well, the people in here now, they're comprehensible, right? The new people coming in the chat is not going to want to hear this because they don't have the intellect to sit down and listen to something like this of value that you need to listen to. I'm a shareholder in this company, right? So while everybody's on YouTube acting a goddamn fool, right? And my company has a goddamn earnings report or earnings call, guess what Biz does? I click off everything that don't matter, and I'm going right to the listen to what the hell this earnings call is about. What's going on in this earnings call? So we're gonna listen to this earnings call together, right? It's about 40 minutes, so you can understand what actually goes on in the earnings call, right? Of a stock of a company. Cryptocurrencies don't have earnings calls. It's all about community, right? In crypto. Honey 69, appreciate you pulling up. Thank you so much. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency don't have earning costs. Okay. Stock companies have earning costs, right? These earning costs are more important than anything anybody has to say on YouTube. They're giving you forward progress into the company. They're giving you understanding of what the company has done. This is mandated by law that they have to do once you become an investor in this company, right? So if you are investing in something and you're more worried about drama bullshit than you are worried about listening to your company's earnings call, you got a problem. This earnings call will let me know whether I should continue my investment in the company or should I pull back a little bit my investment in this company. So we're going to listen to this earnings call together, right? I'll stop it periodically to talk about it. This is a public thing. I won't get copyright strike. I'm a member of this company, so we can listen to this. And for all the people that have limited IQ and can't understand English and don't want to hear good shit, instead of you typing weird shit in the chat, I'll just advise you to leave. For anybody that wants to learn and wants to understand what a fucking earnings call is, sit down and listen. And then you can make a decision, just like I have, on whether you would like to invest in this company. I'm up crazy, right? And I haven't sold anything yet. So let's go and turn on this earnings call, something of value, right? matters more than anything that anybody on here is talking about. And we're going to listen to it. All right, let me get this right. This is called an earnings call for CleanSpark. This is my favorite company in the stock market. I think it's a high growth potential right here for me to become wealthy. I'm just being straight up. I done did a lot of research on this company, right? And I'm listening to this earnings call. So you guys sit back and try to take in some of this information, or you don't have to. To me, it don't matter. I made fucking $17,000 in 2 days. The last 2 days, listening to this shit.
Good afternoon. My name is Greg, and I will be your conference operator today. At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to CleanSpark's first quarter fiscal year financial results conference call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise.
Now, when you first hear that, I'm talking to my people, man. The people don't sound like you, do they? And not smarter than you, man. I'm talking to my people, man. Listen, man, you gotta listen through the tone and the voice, and listen for the information. Right? This is not entertaining. You know, this is not gonna make you laugh. This is just all information. This what you about to hear right now is not what you used to hearing. So this is what turns you off and it makes you go the other way. Like, man, fuck that shit. But you don't understand what you're missing by not listening to stuff like this. Right? I know you heard the voice. You like, well, who the fuck? I don't want to listen to that shit. That is the problem. Understand, why are they even doing this? Why are these people even doing this? What are they talking about? Let me listen to what they talking about. Because you always say somebody's holding you down. You know, the information is right here. You choose to listen to it or not. Because of the person you hear talking, because you're not smart enough to understand what they're talking about. How about you sit your ass down and pay attention? You're going to start to understand. You just want to hear dumb shit all day. That's why you stuck right where you at. I tell my son all the time, you're going to get everything you earn. Okay, let's go back to it.
After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer session. If you'd like to ask a question during this time, simply press star followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad. Once again, star 1. And if you'd like to withdraw your question again, simply hit star 1 again. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to turn the floor over to Isaac Holyoke, Chief Communications Officer. You may begin.
Hey, thanks, Greg, and thank you for joining us today for our first.
They got a lot of respect going on over here. What are these people talking about? You don't hear no bitches, no hoes, no cussing nobody out. So you turn off and you turn your face and you go the other way. You your own worst enemy, man. I'm trying to tell you. I swear to God, I'm trying to tell you. You rather listen to somebody talk shit. This shit is crazy. When this earnings call came, it was on Thursday at 4:30. I don't give a fuck what was going on. I was listening to this shit. Because my money is on the line right here. I need to hear everything these people talking about. I'm front row in attendance. I had to create an account. I'm an actual investor. So they know, this company knows that I'm an investor. I needed to hear what the hell you guys doing with my money. What's going on with my bread? This is important to me. And I don't talk nothing like them. But they're not smarter than me. I understand every fucking thing they saying right now. I'm trying to get you to pay attention. This is what you have to do. Okay? This is how you're going to get the bread. This is how you could grow your wealth substantially. I don't know how many times I got to say that shit. Let's keep listening.
First quarter fiscal year financial results call, covering the period October 1st through December 31st, 2023. Our press release was issued about 30 minutes ago and is available on our website at cleanspark.com. Today's call is also being webcast, and a replay and transcript will be available on our website. On the call with me today is Zach Bradford, our Chief Executive Officer, and Gary Vecchiarelli, our Chief Financial Officer.
Zach Bradford is the big dog in the company. I definitely need to hear what he talking about. And and Gary Vasily, sorry about your name, sir. He's the money man in the company. I definitely want to hear what he talking about. I want to hear what they say way more than anybody else on this app. You understand?
Keep in mind that some of the statements we make today are forward-looking and based on our best view of the world and our business as we see them today. The statements and information provided remain subject to the risk factors disclosed in our most recently filed annual report. We will also discuss certain non-GAAP financial measures concerning our performance during today's call. You can find the reconciliation of non-GAAP financial measures in our press release, which is available on our website. And with that, it is my pleasure to turn the call over to Zach.
Let's go, Zach. What we got? Look at this dude.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon as we discuss our business
Look
and
at this
financial
dude.
results
Big
from the
dog
first
Zach in the
quarter of our
building,
fiscal year.
man. I wish I could get him to come on my channel. He ain't fooling with us. I wish I could, though. I actually reached out to King CleanSpark and asked him could they send a representative over here to talk to me. You know, just to try to help people. That's it. That's all Biz trying to do. Right? Look at my boy Zach. What we talking about, Zach? What's going on, man? Where the money at, Zach? Holla at me.
I'm looking forward to walking you through an exceptional quarter. Today, we will highlight our key achievements, focusing on our outstanding quarterly revenue performance, strategic machine acquisitions, and our roadmap to achieving 20 exahash per second in mining capacity during the first half of this year, and our pathway to 50.
Hey, let's stop that right there. See, when I heard him say that, I said, oh my God, they're not playing no games. All right, listen, guys. Listen, okay? This is going to be so informative. This is going to be so informative, okay? Right now, as we speak, CleanSpark exahash is 12 exahash per second. Exahash just means how fast they can mine a Bitcoin. Bitcoin miners are in a race, okay, to mine Bitcoin faster than everybody, right? The faster they can mine a Bitcoin, the faster they could get the Bitcoin locked into their fund to get locked into their profit. They need those damn Bitcoins, right? That's their business. They're trying to mine the Bitcoins the fastest so they could get them on into their company's holdings, right? So you got all these Bitcoin miners and everybody's trying to get the fastest machines. Right now we're at 12, right? We are the 2 years ago they was at like 3 exahash. They grew to 12. When I heard him say they're trying to get to 20 exahash by the half mark of this year before the Bitcoin having it, I said, oh my God, these motherfuckers ain't playing. They trying to get this company big dog status. They're trying to really become one of the biggest miners in the world. And I hear him saying that. And I'm like, okay, where we at with it, Zach? Let's get it. I want you guys to listen. We are at 12 exahash right now. Listen to what he's saying.
Business and financial results from the first quarter of our fiscal year. I'm looking forward to walking you through an exceptional quarter. Today, we will highlight our key achievements, focusing on our outstanding quarterly revenue performance, strategic machine acquisitions, and our roadmap to achieving 20 exahash per second in mining capacity during the first half of this year, and our pathway to 50 exahash per second. I'm also looking forward to providing additional details about the ongoing Sandersville energization and our just announced move into Mississippi.
So the man said they trying to get the 5 to 20 exahash by the half point of this year, which is June, right? He trying to grow. He trying to grow the company. We already at 12. Then he said our pathway to 50 exahash. What did he say? He said he's trying to get to 50 exahash. Do you know no other mining companies mining that fast? 50 exahash, that's the highest. I think One of the highest is like 20, 26, 22 exahash, right? He's telling you, hey, look, we on the move. We trying to move this company. And you looking at the stock price right now at $13. Well, $14. It's $13.95, right? So what happens if you get to 50 exahash? Where you think the stock price gonna be at? But you listen to he say, she say. You so stuck on what the fuck a person says on this app. Where you think the stock price gonna be if we at 50 exahash a second? We only at 12 right now. He said by June we gonna try to get to 20. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as I've been investing in this company actually does what they say. Or I would have been took my money out. Okay? He's trying to get to 50 exahash. You think I don't believe him? We're gonna see if he get to 20 by the end of by June. If we at 20 exahash, what do you think the stock price gonna be? You think it's still gonna be $13? No. It's gonna be higher than that. You wanna know what my net worth gonna be at? So when I hear him say shit like this, I look for any form of weakness in his stock price. I hope the stock go down tomorrow. I don't want to see it go up. I want to see it go down, right? He's showing you on the screen right here. You got the miners deployed. You got the exahash is 12.5. He's talking about where they plan on getting to. You can see right here. You can see the revenue they made. They made 74 million. Bitcoin mining gross margin. That means the margins they're making on Bitcoin is 61%, which is great. Total Bitcoin mined, 2,000 and something. That's just for fiscal quarter, right? Then you got over here the cash balance. It's a exceptionally strong balance sheet. They got $74 million in cash. Notice how they got 3,573 Bitcoin on the balance sheet is worth more than what they have in cash. Notice that, but you got more cash than Bitcoin. Are you tripping? Right? They got 150 million in Bitcoin and only 74 million in cash, right? And their total debt is 14 million. So they use debt, right? When I keep telling people debt is a tool, right? They're using their debt, but as you can see, their assets in Bitcoin and cash is tremendously higher than their debt. So that means that their balance sheet is immaculate, right? They have a great balance sheet. You're looking at it. They can cover all their debt right now if they want to, right? But they have good rates and good deals on that debt. So why would they pay for that debt right now? This is how you need to understand your finances. All debt ain't bad. Some debt is good. If they're taking out debt to grow the company, why not use the debt? It's a form of fucking money. But look what they have. They have way more Bitcoin than they do cash. And you don't have any because you worried about he say, she say bullshit all day. Come on, Zach, talk to me. What we got going on?
Our financial performance this quarter has been exceptional.
I know I'm watching, bruh. I know because I got a hell of a return and it's been exceptional. I ain't worried too much of what he say, she say on this motherfucker.
We achieved the highest revenue in our company's history, a testament to our team's hard work and the strategic decisions we've.
Hey, let me salute the chat. I just see you, Mary Man. You just pulled up in the right time. We listening to this earnings call. You straight. Trey, appreciate you pulling up. Vibe in my lane. Salute. Dimple D, appreciate you pulling up. This is an earnings call. We listening to Clean Spark earnings call. They just crushed everything, knocked it all out the park, you know. And this guy, Zach, is the CEO. We going over this earning call right now. So let's get it moving.
Made over the past few months. Our revenue soared to $74 million, a 90% increase from our year ago first quarter revenue. For perspective, our annual revenue for fiscal year 2023 was $168 million. In a single quarter, we have covered nearly half the distance to reach our total revenue from last year.
Yo, did you guys hear that? I bet you heard what this person said about that person and what that person said about this person. I bet you understand and you could quote that verbatim This man just said in 1 quarter, they made almost half the amount of money they made the entire last year. I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, bruh, this shit I'm about to be paid like a motherfucker. Right? I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, bro, I wish people would listen to me, man. God damn, these motherfuckers stupid or something. Shit. You your own worst enemy, man. You your own worst enemy. He's just told you that in 1 quarter this year, they made almost half of what they made last year, the whole year. It's 4 quarters in a year. If I ain't on the money train, I don't know where I'm at. I'm on the money train. You want to get on the money train? Or you want to worry about he say, she say, they say, we say? I'm being straight up. Straight up.
This achievement is not just a number. It's a reflection of our growing efficiency, our strategic acquisitions, and our deep commitment to smart growth. It underscores our position as leaders in the Bitcoin mining industry and fortifies the trust that you, our investors, place in us.
Yeah, bro, I trust y'all. I definitely trust y'all. Let's get it. He said, we appreciate the trust that you have in us as our investors. Yeah, I'm an investor, big dog. Mm-hmm. And I'm letting you drive this car. Go ahead, Zach, drive this car.
What's more, our quarter ended with a net income of $26 million, and our adjusted EBITDA, an essential measure of our operational efficiency and financial health, also saw remarkable growth, reaching $69 million for the quarter. This figure represents not just profitability, but our ability to generate significant cash flow while investing in future growth. In addition to our financial metrics, our operational achievements this quarter have continued to build on our track record of success. We finished our infrastructure for our Sandersville expansion, and as of this moment, machines have already started hashing. On the 6th, our first day of energization, we set a record racking over 7,000 machines in 24 hours, and then successfully started hashing with over 8,900 miners, which produced approximately 1.25 exahash per second. We are now on our 3rd day of energization, and we have exceeded 3 exahash. This is an additional 3 exahash per second under 72 hours. We expect to have the full 4.2 exahash per second of additional hash rate live within the coming days. This is a testament to our strategies and the teams behind them coming together at the optimal time. While maintaining our operational effectiveness during high growth is challenging, it's a challenge we've embraced. We have excelled at hitting all the marks we set out to reach. We've also worked hard to optimize our energy consumption through strategic machine purchases that position us well for the future, and by deploying the best software on the market. Each of these steps have been carefully aligned with our long-term vision, ensuring that we continue to deliver value to our shareholders while leading the way in what a strategic, community-focused, and transparent Bitcoin mining company looks like. This quarter has been a period of significant achievement for CleanSpark. Our record-breaking revenue, alongside substantial improvements in efficiency and profitability, have laid a solid foundation for our future growth. Now let's delve into the specifics of our path to 20, 32, and 50 exahash per second, and our strategic initiatives that will drive our success in the coming quarters. Last month, we announced a strategic purchase agreement for up.
Yo, people. Look, pay attention. Please pay attention. December 31st, 2023, they were at 10 exahash. Right? The higher this number, that means the more Bitcoin they can mine. Okay. Right now, we at 12 exahash right now. Okay. Between Here and here, I'd have made a whole lot of fucking money. And I'm looking at this. You got dates right here, estimated dates, 20 exahash, right? 32 exahash. Look where we at now. 50 exahash by 2025. You watching this? So it's more growth ahead, right? It's more growth ahead than we already at. And I ain't talking no long time, right? They might not get to this 50 target by 2025, but they're going to get there eventually, right? I could definitely think they're going to get to this 32 by 2025, right? Of course, they're going to make it look good. They're going to make it look good on paper, right? But I know as far as I've been investing in this company, they've been executing like a motherfucker. So to me, if they could just get to this 32 exahash by 2025, I'll be happy, let alone 50. Jesus Christ. You're looking at, if they get this high in exahash, okay, if we had a $13 share price right now, let's double that to 26, right? Dollars. Then let's double that again, right? 36 plus 36, you're looking at shit. I can't do that. 12, 2, you got the 2, 3, 6, 7. You looking at $72. I mean $72. If this stock goes that high, I'm gonna be well over $200,000 with $11,000 investment, $12,000 investment. This shit is crazy, and we worried about he say she say bullshit, right? None of this shit could change your life, man. $11,000, $12,000 investment can potentially turn into over $200,000, and I'm worried about he say she say. Really? That's where your mind at? That's why you stuck. That's why you never move. And it ain't nobody's fault but yours. You change the information you take in, you'll get different results.
To 160,000 Bitmain S21 miners, which, if fully exercised, provides us the servers needed to reach 50 exahash per second. This purchase is made of two parts, and I want to spend some time describing our thoughts around this substantial purchase. The first part of the agreement includes an initial purchase of 60,000 units at $16.10 per terahash, which will begin delivery in April of 24. The second part of the agreement is an option to buy an additional 100,000 units at $16 per terahash. Purchase is made of two parts, and I want to spend some time describing our thoughts around this substantial purchase. The first part of the agreement includes an initial purchase of 60,000 units at $16.10 per terahash, which will begin delivery in April of 24.
Okay, so listen, they got a contract. Let me break what I just heard down. Okay, so you understand. They got a contract to buy 160,000 machines. Right? This is the contract. Right now, they guaranteed just bought 60,000 that he just said that's scheduled to be delivered in April. Right? So that's coming up. Those 60,000 guaranteed. Then they have an option to buy 100,000 more at a specific price. They are executing without beyond belief. Okay. So let's just say, for instance, Bitcoin starts to take off and go crazy, right? Do you know the prices of those machines are going to go up because there's going to be more demand on those machines? What they just did, they just locked in a price, right? So they have the option to buy those machines at that same price, no matter what. Bitcoin goes high, fucking low, wherever it go. They locked in the option to buy 100,000 more machines. So the total contract is valued at 160,000 machines. which will get them to that 50 exahash that they looking at, that they trying to get to, right? So they already have a contract in place. 60,000, let me get that. That's already here. We already got that. That's coming, right? The other 100,000, we have an option to buy it. So if Bitcoin starts to tank like shit, they don't have to buy those machines. If Bitcoin starts to take the fuck off, they can buy those machines at the same price where they just said they're gonna buy them. What did he say? $16, some shit. What I know is these people ain't playing around. They ain't worried about he say, she say. They worry about getting to this money.
The second part of the agreement is an option to buy an additional 100,000 units at $16 per terahash.
Right. So there it goes. $16 per terahash. So say Bitcoin goes to 70,000. Those machines are not going to be $16 per terahash anymore. They might be $30 per terahash because the price is going to be high. You get it? They locked in this deal. Good job, CleanSpark. This is why I invest with them, because they're strategic.
We've already paid 10% down for this option as a demonstration of our commitment to our growth prospects. To put this in plain language, you see a lot of bluster in press release headlines when a bull market is on the horizon. And I want to be clear that we aren't being rhetorical. With that in mind, we paid $32 million to secure 100,000 units at an even lower price than the initial units we acquired. This move is intended to provide us with maximum flexibility as we position the company for expansion in anticipation of a bull market. Crucially, it provides cost certainty and allows.
They anticipating a bull market. I'm anticipating a bull market. Wall Street anticipating a bull market. And you talking about what is Bitcoin? You know why you keep asking that stupid ass question? Because the information you take in, he say, she say, said, you know what the fuck this person said about that person. You know every bit of drama going on. But you don't know what is Bitcoin though. You your own worst enemy, not me, not nobody on this app. You know every bit of drama that this person said about that person, what you don't like about what this person said about that person, what this person done said about you, what that person done said about them, what the fuck it does any of this shit matter. They anticipating a Bitcoin bull market. I'm anticipating a Bitcoin bull market. Wall Street is anticipating a Bitcoin bull market. And you are anticipating what's the next thing somebody gonna say about somebody else. And then in the back of your brain, somewhere locked over there, is you telling yourself, they don't want us to succeed. They just holding us down. Are you sure about that? You, my friend, are your own worst enemy. You are. Nobody else but you.
Allows us to be strategic about our growth timing. Our approach focused on the certainty of cost and expectations for robust growth positions us uniquely in the market. The S21 is the most efficient miner, and it aligns well with our focus on energy efficiency and high uptime. But to be useful, of course, machines need to be plugged in. So allow me to spend some time discussing how we expect to make good on our plans. The first step is our robust milestone to reach.
All right, so the man just said we got all these machines, but they ain't gonna do us no good if they ain't plugged in. So how the hell we gonna get all these machines plugged in? Right? So they telling you now, we done told you we got the machines on deck. We done told you we got a secure agreement. We done dropped $32 million to secure this agreement. So that's in the bag. Now, how the hell we gonna get these machines plugged in? Let's talk about it.
20 exahash per second in the first half of 2024. We have previously guided to 16 exahash per second with the expansion of Sandersville. So the 20 exahash per second is a 25% increase in hash rate over 16. and a 100% increase from where we started 2024. This ambitious growth is propelled by several key expansions and acquisitions that we recently announced. Energization, as I mentioned, commenced earlier this week in Sandersville. This development is a significant milestone in our growth journey, and I want.
This is a part of the company that I own, which is called CleanSpark. Look at what they're doing. You see, new construction going on, right? They're building this facility. This facility is going to house these machines in this picture right here. You see, these are Bitcoin miners. They're going to be in this facility. This is just one of the facilities they got. This is in Georgia. Okay. So it is a certain egg bitch on here talking so much shit about Georgia. She need to pay attention. Right. This is going on in Georgia. Okay. Let's listen.
I want to pause a moment to thank the city, the county, the various trades, and our teams at CleanSpark that have executed on this remarkable build. This massive site, capable of hashing at over 8 exahash per second, is one of the largest Bitcoin mining sites in the United States.
What do you say? He says one of the largest in the United States? Okay. Good job. You think I'm stupid? Shit, I'm paying attention. That's just one location. Let's see what he's talking about.
As I stated earlier, as of this week, a majority of the site has been energized, and we expect about 4.6 exahash per second of operating hash rate to come online in the next few days. As you're aware, we have guided to 6 exahash per second for the full expansion, and thus there's a small gap of 1.4 exahash per second. We have learned that a utility substation transformer has not passed its most recent inspection, and we are eagerly awaiting a timeline to it coming online. We'll provide an update as soon as possible. And although we don't have a specific timeline, we are still planning for the remaining power to be delivered within the first half of 2024.
All right, so what I just heard right there is they running into a little complication. So one of their energy things ain't working right. It didn't pass inspection, so they working on getting that fixed so they could get the rest of that joint popping. The rest of that machine. He says some of the places is up and functional, but they got one of the energy machines is messed up. I heard that, but so what, right? That's with business, right? They got to get that machine to pass inspection, which I'm probably sure they're working on ASAP because you hear what they talking about, right? So without no mess up, nothing is perfect, right? Nothing is perfect. So I just heard what he said. He said one of their energy machines is down. Let's run it back to hear what he said. Make sure we know exactly what he said.
Thus, there's a small gap of 1.4 exahash per second. We have learned that a utility substation transformer has not passed its most recent inspection, and we are
So that's what they have learned, that something didn't pass inspection. But he said he eagerly doing something.
eagerly awaiting a timeline to it coming online. We'll provide an update as soon as possible. And although we don't have a specific timeline, we are still planning for the remaining power to be delivered within the first half of 2024. Even then, we are positioned to continue our growth without missing a beat because of our newly announced Mississippi acquisition and Dalton acquisition. These facilities are slated to get us over 17 exahash per second by April of 2024.
Okay, so what he's saying right there is they just bought another facility in Mississippi, and they bought another facility somewhere else. So they are just continuously trying to grow this business, right? So before this business is already grown out, I wonder if you think it would be a good time to invest here, or you just want to worry about what he say, she say, they say, we say. That's it. That's all you got in your brain. Where your brain at? That's all you could fucking worry about. Better pay attention, man. I'm trying, man. Once again, past 2 days, I done made $17,000, man. This is sad, man, that people can't join in the fun, Oh well. This is what your mind does to you, man.
These, along with the expansion of our existing Dalton facilities and the final megawatts from Sandersville, are expected to propel us over 20 exahash per second again in the first half of this calendar year.
Okay, so they saying by June they have all this stuff under wraps. You see the construction going on right in your face. What's up, Clara Booker? Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to you. Keep doing what you're doing because you definitely exposing these cornballs. So keep doing what you're doing. But I'm glad you're here at least paying attention because you're going to get this bag too. We all going to get this bag. So this is what they got the blueprints right laid out. They telling you they building. They telling you what's coming. I was in this on the ground floor. So I'm looking at this like, oh yeah, I'm about to get paid. This is where my investment is going. I'm looking at it like, okay, let's get it. What we doing, Clean Spark? You know, my initial investment is around $12,000 in this company. Right now it's worth $42,000 because I've been chilling, right? Every time I see the stock drop, I start adding ownership. Ownership is the key to wealth. I have ownership in this company, right? So I'm listening to what he's saying. Dalton. So they got another expansion going on in Dalton, right? He done told you about Mississippi. He told you about Sandersville. They're showing pictures and blueprints and shit, right? This is on the ground level. When this is complete, how much do you think my position is going to be worth when this is complete? I have nothing but time to wait. I'm chilling, right? I'm not rushing to sell anything. I'm looking at this like, holy moly, right? What can I look forward to in the future? What can my kids look forward to in the future when this building is fully, when this company has done everything they need to do to get where they're trying to go and they become a big time corporation? Where is my wealth going to be? Because I have ownership in this project, right? This is more important than anything one of these cornballs is talking about. All the attention is going in the wrong place. This is not the only company. This is one of the best, in my opinion, right? And that's growing. That's a growing company. This is one of the best, in my humble opinion. It's more companies and opportunities for everybody. All you have to do is look for it. But you're not. You're looking for fucking what he say, she say. Shit is crazy to me.
We've begun the
What you said? What's the stock ticker? Clara Booker is Clean Spark. CLSK. Hold on. The stock ticker. That was a funny. I messed up right there. I was about to say stock clicker or some shit. But the stock ticker, the ticker symbol for this company is CLSK. He said ticker, not ticket. Yes, sir. Cortez in the building, Bolo in the building. So the stock ticker for this company is CLSK. Okay? This is what we're doing here. We're growing this big boy. Right? So pay attention. I'd have made $17,000 in the past 2 days dealing with this company because it's a direct result of the price of Bitcoin. They are in the business of mining Bitcoin. So the higher the Bitcoin price go, the higher the value of this company goes. Okay? More important than anything, you're right, Bolo. This is yep, that's it. That's it, Clara Booker. That's it. CLSK. This type of shit is what you listen to on an earnings call. For the new people coming in, I see Bolo is in here, Cortez is in here. So trying to get people, understanding what I'm doing over here. This is an earnings call from the company. This company is giving an earnings report on based on what have they been doing, what have they been doing with my money, right? So I want to bring to you an actual earnings call. So you understand like what goes on in the earnings call. So when you start investing into a company, you want to listen to that company's earnings call. Like Amazon has earning calls. Every company that's on the stock market has an earning call, right? Your crypto companies don't have earnings call because they're not companies, they're cryptos, right? It's only a community. But a stock is a company, right? So when you own that stock, you have ownership in that company. You want to listen to what your company is doing, where are their money moves going, where their business is going. And that would determine for you whether you should keep the investment or whether you should add to your investment or whether you should take away from your investment or whether you should sell the investment completely. Like if I heard Clean Spark coming on here saying everything they were doing was messing up and they have a right obligation by law to let you know what's going on, right? So if I listening to them and they would say, hey, we had this mishaps, this is going wrong, this is going wrong, I would sell my investment because I'm like, bro, you're not holding up your end of the bargain. Let me get my money. Whatever is left of my money that I lost in that investment. This is looking to be a very successful investment, and it looks like it's going to continue on into the future because of the what are they doing with their money. And this is what I'm bringing to YouTube, trying to get people to pay attention to this type of shit. So all right, let's keep going.
Permitting process to expand our existing Dalton campus. Currently at 0.8 exahash per second, the campus will double to 1.6 exahash per second once complete. We are calling this campus Dalton 1 to distinguish.
So you see they got construction going on. He's saying once this campus is complete, they're going to double it. Then he said this is going to be Dalton 1 and Dalton 2 because they have two different locations in Dalton. They just showed you the Sandersville location. And he also mentioned they bought one in Mississippi. They bought another location in Mississippi. So they are literally growing, right? This is going to be, in my opinion, this is going to end up being one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in the world, right? This is what I'm hoping for, because if that happens, I'm telling you, I'm going to be wealthy because of these people. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is this type of shit we need to be paying attention to, right? This type of shit. Fuck what this person said about that person. Like real talk.
From our newly announced acquisition of a second Dalton campus, which we'll refer to as Dalton 2 during the construction process. Dalton 2 is an investment in our future in Dalton, Georgia. While not a large site, it is expected to deliver about 0.8 exahash per second and will contribute to a cluster of sites in Georgia that are now supplying a critical need for the community that goes beyond Bitcoin mining. We have a unique relationship with the city of Dalton, which owns and operates its own utility. We are currently the city's only interruptible load customer, meaning we have signed an agreement that in the case of a grid emergency, we will shut off, making the power we use available to other grid users. We earn a fixed power credit for performing the service, which supports the grid and its stability. We view this.
Okay, so what they just said right there is it takes energy to mine these Bitcoins. So in the event of some type of catastrophe that goes on in Georgia, they have signed agreements with the power plant that they would shut their machines off. But in turn for them shutting their machines off, the city got to pay them to do that. And they fixed the agreement on that because they're going to be taking so that what he's saying is if the power grid, like say a hurricane comes through and fuck everybody up and CleanSpark is steady mining Bitcoin, the city might call CleanSpark, yo, can you slow that shit down a little bit? We need some of that power you taking, you know what I'm saying? And CleanSpark said, all right, no problem. We shut it down. Let me get that bag up off you, right? That sounds like music to my ears because it seems like even what they miss in the event of emergency, what they miss from mining Bitcoin, they're going to make in actual revenue, so they're not going to miss a beat, basically is what I'm getting from this. It's set for getting that Bitcoin, but they're going to get paid for that, for them missing that beat and obtaining more Bitcoin. They're going to get paid for that from the city. That's what I'm hearing right here. This is good information to know. So I understand if a hurricane come through there and mess up the power and, they have to shut down their facilities due to an emergency, they still going to be all right as far as energy. Okay.
As a best-in-class partnership and as an example of some of the creative ways that Bitcoin miners are working with utilities to improve grid performance, even in regulated markets like Georgia. We expect the Dalton 2 site to start hashing this coming April. In addition to the Dalton expansion, we are marking a significant milestone by venturing into new territory with the acquisition of 3 sites in Mississippi.
So they got 3 sites in Mississippi as well as Georgia. I'm listening to this, right? So that sounds like 6 sites. You got Sandersville, you got Dalton 1, you got Dalton 2. Now he said they had 3 sites in Mississippi. Let's continue to listen. So I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is growing. I need in. This is when you invest into a company for growth, right? You're looking at the growth of the business, right? Amazon is already grown. We should have invested in Amazon on this type of level, on this ground floor level right here. This is when the investment in Amazon comes in, right here, right? When you're investing in Amazon, when they were doing this. Right now, if Amazon can grow, but they already have grown to a big beast. And right, my $12,000 that I put in Amazon went and grew to $42,000 so fast, right? Because I invested in this company when it was growing, before it even accumulated all this. I was invested in CleanSpark when they were just a microgrid company, right? They made a transition into Bitcoin mining. I was in from the start of this. So that $12,000 that I invested into this company is now grown to $42,000. So I'm just going to hold my position and continue on the train. I'm going on the money train. Any weakness that I see in this company, if it has nothing to do with what they're doing, if it has anything to do with a war, anything political, anything outside of my control, outside of this company's control, and the stock price shows weakness and it starts to go down, I will be adding more ownership. I hope for something to happen that this stock price can drop so I can get more ownership. I do not want to see this stock price keep going up in value. Once I'm in it on that ground floor like that, my intention is straight ownership. I need more. I want more ownership. Right? So I hope something happens to drop the market. I'm looking for that opportunity to add more ownership to the ownership I already have. This is more important than anything any one of these people say about anybody else on this app, yo. You understand? That shit don't pay you. That shit don't help you. That shit don't give you nothing but laugh. The past 2 days, my laughs has turned to $17,000 in 2 days. Okay? It wasn't a joke told that's that expensive. This shit is sad, man. Let's keep going.
Is a logical place for us to expand given our familiarity with the energy landscape in the southern United States. The expansion not only diversifies our operational footprint, but also enhances our...
Did you just see what Clara just put in his chat? I need to put that on the screen. What is the CleanSpark stock prediction for 2030? According to our CleanSpark stock prediction for 2030, CleanSpark stock will be priced at $2,319. All right, now let's put that in context. That is a stock price prediction, right? That is just a prediction. But let me just tell you guys something. If it goes to $100, right? If it goes to $100, my position will be worth $300,000. Okay. So if it gets to that amount, I'm going to be a multimillionaire. Okay. If it goes to that amount, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. That means no more work, right? That means I'm not working anymore. That means I'm going to be, you understand the power of investing? The power of investing is way more powerful than any joke anybody can tell. I just want people to open their eyes a little bit. She also says, what do you think a good buying amount? I saw a forecast of 15, but it's almost at 14. Right. It's going up because of this earnings call that we're listening to. A lot of people are piling in right now because of what they're listening to. So this would be not a good idea to buy right now if in the short term. But if you're looking at that price target, right now is a good time to buy if you're willing to wait, right? For that to get to, let's just say it went to $100. We don't gonna take all that 2003. That is, I don't even like looking at it because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be I don't even know how many millions of dollars I'm gonna have if it actually goes that goddamn high. That's crazy, just to look at that. But I saw that number before on something else. But I take those price targets with a grain of salt. So let's just say it went to $100. If you bought in at $15, it would be a great investment, right? If you started a position now, which I would just wait a little bit because we got a lot of hype in the market, right? Especially with the price of Bitcoin going up, that's going to cause a direct impact on this stock price because their business is mining Bitcoin. That's what they do, right? All right. So if we see a drawdown in Bitcoin, we're going to see a drawdown in CleanSpark. Once the hype starts to go away, anything around $10, $12 is a good buy. If you see it drop to $5, I'm telling you, I'm going to get a loan from the bank and I'm buying more. With a loan, with debt, I'm going to take debt and go buy more, right? When I came to this platform, I was talking about this company at $2, $3. It was $2 and $3 when I was buying it. When I bought the majority of my ownership, I have 3,000 shares in this company. I own 3,000 shares in this company, and I bought most of my shares at an average price around $4 because I was buying at 2, 3, 4. I bought some at 6. I bought some at, I just buy periodically. I don't put all my money in there at one time. I just buy maybe $100 a week. I just put it in there, just 100, 100, 100. And when it drops crazy low, I might put 200, because I still got to live. I still got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? And I still got to pay for my kids and stuff like that. So, I just put in periodically. But if you're looking at this price target, this is amazing, right? This is the power of investing. This is why they got us fucked up with so much entertainment. This is why people pay attention to the wrong shit and they just focus on the wrong shit all the time. It's okay to laugh and joke, but I mean, damn, when you see something going on like this, are you just going to continue to laugh about the way somebody look? What the fuck? We gotta miss something is missing right there. This is what they don't teach you in school. This is why Biz come on here. Hey guys, right? Had you been listening to me, man, I'm up goddamn 30 grand on my investment. It's crazy, right? I done tripled my investment since I've been investing, and I'm not selling anytime soon. I'm just going to continue to add, right? When we see a price drop, I'm going to jump on that price, right? So if you want to stop the bleeding, small position, right? Small, very small position, looking for any downside on the company that has nothing to do with the company. Let's say it's a war that break out overseas and the stock market crashes. That would be a good time to buy this company, because this company don't give a fuck what's going on overseas. See what I'm saying? Let's say some mass casualty happens and the stock market starts to drop. This would be a good time to buy. Or any kind of weakness. If we wake up tomorrow and it's a red day in the stock market, all the stocks done went down, they crash, all the hype is gone. People saying, oh, that's a good time to buy, right? Not a good time. It's never a good time to dump your whole life savings in something. You just want to average in slowly over time. Okay? Yep. I did a limit for $10. Good. I'm putting some in my Roth IRA tomorrow. Yes. I see it almost doubled this week. Clara Booker, I made 17 grand in 2 days. $17,000 in 2 days. While they sitting over there laughing and joking, calling me all type of names and shit, I'm laughing at they ass. And I don't want to laugh at them. I want, hey man, y'all can laugh and joke at me now. Come over here and listen to what I'm saying, please. Help your kids' family out, man. Help your family, help your kids, help the people around you, man. Pay attention to what's going on around you. right? Philly 2K24. I see you still in here. All right, Bolo, we in here. Let's keep it going. Let's let you guys listen to their plans and what they plan on doing. Let's get this out the way because Super Bowl is coming in about 2 hours.
Resiliency and capacity for innovation. Our Mississippi expansion consists of 3 turnkey acquisitions. 2 acquisitions are
So a turnkey acquisition means they bought the facility. They can go in there right now. It's ready to go right now. All they got to do is put machines in there. I told you about the purchase agreement they got for more machines to come. So they're showing you on the map where their facilities are in Mississippi.
Central Mississippi, along the I-20, one in the Delta in Vicksburg, and another in the Pines in Meridian. The third campus is in southern Mississippi in Wiggins. These 3 campuses draw power from 2 utilities. One is Mississippi Power, which is a sister company to Georgia Power and is owned by Southern Company. The second utility is Entergy. All the acquired sites come with a favorable, fixed 5-year power purchase agreements and an all-in power cost in the 5-cent range. We expect to form.
All right, so remember, it takes power to mine Bitcoin. They just told you they got a fixed purchase agreement with their power at 5 cents, whatever kilo hour, watt hour, whatever the fuck. So they got a fixed purchase agreement for the next 5 years with these facilities right here. Is what they just told you. Okay, so no matter where the price of Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin goes to $200,000. They paying 5 cents, whatever for their energy. They lock that in. This is why I rock with this company. This company is executing on a high level, right? So just keep paying attention.
Formally close the purchase before the end of February. We will immediately begin racking our own machines, which will start hashing just as soon as they are plugged in. The combined hash rate in Mississippi will be about 2.4 exahash per second, or just over 10% of our operations once we reach our 20 exahash per second milestone. Already, our deployment teams are finalizing plans, including staffing and hiring, property improvements, community relations, and other core initiatives that have come to be part of what we call the Clean Spark Way. We are confident in our ability to execute in this new environment and look forward to passing these gains on to our shareholders. Looking ahead.
They confident that they can execute and they look forward to passing their gains to the shareholders. Let's go, Sparky. Spark me up, baby. Let's go, baby.
The next time we discuss our financial results with you will be May. The halving event will have passed. We view the halving event as an important moment.
So the next time they're going to come on, every 3 months, they're going to come on and talk about what they've been doing, what the progress of the company is. Every 3 months a company does this, will be in May. He said the halving will already be done halving. Well, I showed you already the halving is in 66 days, the Bitcoin halving. So in May, they're going to come back and again with another report, another earnings call. I'm going to cover that one as well. I'm going to try to cover every earnings call so people can understand what an earnings call is instead of understanding what a bitch and a hoe is. So we know. I'm trying to break the mold. I'm trying to break the mold. I need you to understand what a bitch and a hoe is as well as understand what an earnings call is. Okay?
And I'd like to take a moment to discuss how we believe it will impact our operations. The most obvious impact is that the block award will be cut in half. Our margins are in an.
You said for how long? How many years? For how long? What? Oh, it's for 5 years. The purchase agreement. I think that's what you're talking about. It's for the next 5 years. They got it locked in at 5 cents, and then they'll go back and negotiate with the power company again for their next purchase agreement.
Excellent place to navigate this halving. As last quarter, we mined at greater than 60% margins. Our cost to mine are industry.
Okay, honey, 69.
And we are prepared for this momentary drop. I say momentary because it is not exactly true that our production will be cut in half. Well, it is true the block rewards are halved.
Hey guys, I just heard something very key right there. Right? I'm gonna bring this back so you can hear what he just said. I just heard something very key. I just heard another buying opportunity on the horizon. Right? Let me tell you, let me run this back. This is what I be listening for, shit like this. Let's run it back. Listen to this.
Impact is that the block award will be cut in half. Our margins are in an excellent place to navigate this halving, as last quarter we mined at greater than 60% margins. Our cost to mine are industry leading, and we are prepared for this momentary drop. I say
You heard what he said? He said they are prepared for this momentary drop in their earnings. Now, what do you think is going to happen? The next earnings report comes out and they say they had a momentary drop in earnings. The stock price might drop. That would be a good time to buy. Right? I heard that. He said it would be a momentary drop in their earnings. And the market always overreacts. They always overreact to the upside and they always overreact to the downside. You know, so if we going up and then they come out with the earnings report, say, hey guys, we missed our earnings is not as good as it was because of the Bitcoin halving, because they cut our rewards in half. So our money right now is going down. People are gonna say, oh my God. And I'm gonna say, he already told us that was gonna happen. This is a good time to start buying at cheaper prices. Right? I just heard that.
momentary because it is not exactly true that our production will be cut in half. While it is true the block rewards are halved, we also anticipate a 15 to 30% drop in the overall hash rate, which means our share of global hash rate will grow without any additional cost on our part. This is a naturally accretive moment for a miner.
Hey, this guy is talking to me, right? I'm taking this personal because he's warning me. This is a warning. He's giving a warning shot to all of his true supporters. I mean, all his true investors. Like, hey guys, this halving might cause a little rigmarole, you know, because people going to see our earnings report and notice that we're not mining the same amount of Bitcoin as we mine, but it's not necessarily true. He's telling us right away before it even happens. So I'm paying attention to that. So now I'm on the hunt, right? I'm waiting for this this next earnings report, right? Because when I see them, they come out with this earnings report and that stock price drop, it ain't no question in my mind that I should be buying that next price drop whenever it comes, right? It's no question in my mind right now because he's warning me. Warning. You hear? I hear it.
Of our scale. As we approach the Bitcoin halving event, we anticipate a significant shift in the mining landscape.
Right, Clara Booker. Buy time. Exactly. That is right. Buy time. Because he's telling you, we anticipating this bullshit. Okay? We letting you know. Be ready. He's talking to me.
The halving will naturally phase out less efficient miners, allowing CleanSpark to increase its share of the global hash rate. This organic growth in market share means we can capture a larger portion of Bitcoin rewards without additional infrastructure investments, leading to enhanced returns for our shareholders. This strategic advantage highlights.
You see that? It will be advanced returns for our shareholders. Okay. I'll need to see some weakness. Come on and drop this thing. Please drop this thing, please.
Our commitment to efficiency and positions us favorably for sustained growth in a post-halving environment. This scenario is only possible because of our obsession with preparation. Our focus on efficiency will continue to drive down our production cost, especially when paired with our best-in-class power rates. Furthermore, this halving is not just a challenge, but a catalyst for positive price action in Bitcoin. I'd like to conclude with a few additional considerations that make us different amongst our peers and the broader market opportunities as they relate to Bitcoin.
All right. He just told you, he's showing you some very important information on the screen. It say CleanSpark projected cost to mine after halving, right? $28,000. That's how much it's going to cost them after the halving event. The halving event is not until 66 days from now, right? Right now, it costs them around $15,000 to $17,000 to mine one Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at a price of $48,000 right now. That is their margin from $17,000 for one that they have to pay, that comes out of their pocket for mining. Okay, and the price is now on the market at $48,000. So they're making all of that money in between. He's saying, he's putting this on the screen. After the halving, their price will go up to $28,000. Bitcoin is still at 48,000. So they still making money after the halving. But that doesn't count for the growth of the company, right? How many Bitcoins can they mine per day at this price level? He's showing you something. The industry average after the halving will be 47,000. So after the halving, which is in 66 days, if that Bitcoin price don't go up, a lot of people going to be out of business. He's showing you right here. And when they go out of business, who's going to take that market share? We are. See how that works? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If it costs you $47,000 to mine a Bitcoin and the price is only at 48,000, that means you ain't making no money. How you gonna pay employees and all that other shit, right? How you gonna pay for the lights in the building, the energy costs, and all that other shit? You're not. You're gonna have to close your doors. Once you close your doors, guess who's gonna be there to take all that market share? This is why I like this company. Now let's keep it going. But you see this right here.
With the approval of the ETFs and the parade of miners going public over the past few years, investors have a lot of options for how they invest in this extraordinary industry. Our differentiation lies in our strategic approach to energy and geography, leveraging a low-cost active power management strategy. Our mining rigs are among the most efficient, and our infrastructure and scale, wholly owned and operated by us, sets us apart. Our cost to mine remains amongst the industry's lowest, providing a stark contrast to our competitors, especially when compared to the cost to acquire Bitcoin directly versus ETFs, which must purchase the Bitcoin at spot market prices. As I've said numerous times before, Bitcoin is critical technology for our digital age. It is both a powerful commodity and a transformation in the history of money. This fact can sometimes get lost, but we believe the true value of Bitcoin, the reason for its adoption by millions of people, and the reason for its consistent price appreciation lies in Bitcoin's fundamentals. It is digital money for a digital age, which the history books will one day show is only just beginning.
Only just beginning.
I want to take a moment to thank our shareholders for their continued support.
You're welcome.
I would like to thank our incredible team, especially our teams in Sandersville. The work accomplished this quarter has set new standards for the industry, and it's all thanks to our dedicated employees. Your hard work and commitment have not gone unnoticed. Now I'll hand it over to Gary to delve deeper into our financials and provide a detailed outlook for the coming quarters.
That's Gary Vaccarelli. That's the big money man. That's Chief Financial Officer at CleanSpark. Let's see what he got to say. This the man with the money. He controls all the money. Chief Financial Officer. He makes all the money decisions. Let's go, money man. What you got to say?
Thank you, Zach. As Zach mentioned, our first fiscal quarter was record-setting for CleanSpark. Let's dive directly into the numbers, which I'm excited to share with you. Diving right into the numbers, our revenues for the quarter were $73.8 million, an increase of $46 million, or 100.
Ooh, look at the money. See the money? Went from 27.8 million. That's why I rounded it. 28 million to 73 million. 165%. Look at the money going up, going up. We catching it on the rise. I'm riding this train.
65% over the same quarter last year. This increase was primarily driven by the increase in our Bitcoin production and an overall increase in average Bitcoin price. This quarter, we produced 32% more Bitcoin compared to the same quarter last year. It's also important to note that this quarter, the average Bitcoin price was a little over 36,000, whereas last year, the average Bitcoin price was approximately 18,000, or less than half.
And last year, Biz was saying, yo, this is the time to be buying. Nobody wanted to listen. Right? That's what Biz was saying last year, January. I was like, yo, I was actually down money and I was excited. I was more excited then than I am now. Right now, I'm getting a little pissed because we're going up. I don't want it to go up. You get it? I want it to stay low. I want people not to find out. I don't want people to know about this. Right? When it was down low like that, I was excited. I was like, yeah, I'm about to get rich. That's how I was thinking. Now that it's going up, I'm thinking the opposite. Like, come on, man. Why are you going up so high? For somebody to buy the same ownership that I have in this company, they literally have to put up $42,000 to buy my ownership, the amount of ownership that I have in this company. Right? When I bought it, it was only $12,000 that I had to invest. See? I don't want the price to go up. I want the price to go down. Right? People get, oh, we going up. I'll be like, fuck, man. I don't want it to go up because ownership is the key to wealth, not money.
Looking at the immediate preceding fiscal fourth quarter, our revenues increased $21.3 million, or 40% between the periods. While our hash rate was relatively consistent during the first quarter, the average Bitcoin price increased almost 30%, from 28,000 in the fourth quarter to 36,000 in the first quarter. The increases in Bitcoin prices and our consistent high uptime percentage of greater than 98% translated to higher gross profit margins as well. As you can see on the right-hand side of this slide, our margins increased $37.5 million year over year with a profit margin of 61%. It is important to note that of the $46 million increase in revenue, $37.5 million, or 82%, was recognized as margin. This demonstrates our efficiency at scale. Comparing the first quarter versus the prior quarter, you see an increase of $22.8 million. This was primarily attributed to lower power costs in the first quarter of 4.4 cents per kilowatt hour compared to 5.2 cents per kilowatt hour in the preceding quarter, paired with our higher revenues, again pointing to the benefits of scale. This quarter, we recognized net income of $25.9 million, which is a significant improvement from prior periods. This represents 35 cents of every dollar of revenue dropping to the bottom line. This is an exciting time. We are amongst the first to adopt the new accounting fair value measurement rules. This now allows us to show the actual fair value of the Bitcoin held on our balance sheet and better represents the value we are delivering to our shareholders. In our opinion, this new accounting standard repairs the prior broken rules and provides better clarity to investors and readers of our financial statements. Turning our attention to adjusted EBITDA, management uses this non-GAAP metric to evaluate the performance of its mining operations. The theme continues with $69.1 million of positive adjusted EBITDA this quarter. I want to highlight that this quarter, our efforts to optimize costs directly contributed to our professional fees decreasing 24% and our G&A expenses decreasing 35% compared to our fourth quarter as well. This again is attributable to the benefit of operating at our scale. I want to take a moment to discuss our power costs for the quarter in a little more detail. Our cost of power for the first quarter was 4.4 cents a kilowatt hour, which was lower than both the same quarter last year and the immediately preceding fourth quarter. We recognize that reporting on components of power costs are not consistent within the industry, so we like to provide this breakdown to not only show what our wholesale electricity cost is, but also the contributions our business makes to the community through vitally important taxes and profit margins to the cities and communities we operate in.
This is telling me that it cost them $12,000 to mine. See that? This is crazy. This is the amount of power that they're spending. And then they're getting the Bitcoin. So do you understand the higher the price of Bitcoin goes, the higher the margin of profit is going to be for this company? They're going to continuously build, 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 right? In every picture you see the background and you see a construction, you see dirt on the ground, you see construction going on, right? He's showing you the money right here. It's nothing but profits coming on over here. You guys are gonna be mad when Wall Street wakes up to this company and Wall Street money starts coming in here. When Wall Street money starts coming in here, they see this shit. You know, they're gonna be like, hold it, we need this. They ain't gonna be buying no 3,000 shares like Biz got. They're gonna be buying millions of shares of this company, and they're not gonna be selling. Now you'll be buying an overvalued company. The price will be over the value of the company. This is why we want to try to get in before Wall Street gets in. Well, with them posting numbers like this, trust and believe Wall Street is paying attention. It's somebody watching this company that's telling their boss, hey man, these guys doing something over here we need to be involved with.
I want to point your attention to our cost to mine Bitcoin, which includes direct power costs. As Zach has stated before, we believe we are the best operator in the space, and the cost to mine at our wholly owned facilities is a testament to that. Our cost at our wholly owned facilities is almost half of what it is at our co-location partner. This is due to several reasons, including the fact that having control over our own machines results in greater uptime, efficiency, and control over the technology stack. On a final note, I want to talk about our balance sheet and our liquidity position. As of today, we have $229 million of liquidity, which includes $62.5 million of cash and over 3,700 Bitcoin, representing approximately $167 million of Bitcoin value. Additionally, as of the end of the quarter, we had over $860 million of assets and just $14.5 million of total debt. Our balance sheet is one of the strongest in the industry and provides us great flexibility going into the halving. We expect to remain prudent in our operations and capital strategy while maintaining sufficient liquidity to take advantage of the opportunities that will present themselves post-halving. Until the halving, we remain laser-focused on execution and look forward to bringing Sandersville fully online, ramping up our new locations in Dalton, Georgia, and throughout Mississippi as we move towards exceeding 20 exahashes per second and beyond. With that, I'll turn the call back over to Isaac to open the floor for questions. Isaac?
Thank you, Gary, for that.
All right, now once the CEO, which you heard talk earlier, his name was Zachary Bradford. Once he spoke, then you have the money man talking, the chief financial officer. He just broke down all the money they making, you know, the margins and all of that profit right there. This is me as an investor listening to this. I see that we're on the right track, right? This company is doing well for me. Now he's opening up the floor for people that have questions. So then they're going to question these guys, right? But their questions are going to be respectful, unlike the fucking idiots who run around here on his app. Right? Their questions are going to be respectful. They talking about money. I want you to hear the people that's asking them questions. This is not for regular people that could call and ask these guys questions. It's business people who are going to be asking them questions. Listening to the names that want to know what the hell is they doing over here. You're gonna hear
A detailed financial overview. We will now open the floor to questions from our analysts. Operator, please provide instructions and manage the queue for the Q&A session.
Great. Thanks, Isaac. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we will begin the Q&A session. As Isaac mentioned, to ask a question, you may press star and the number 1 on your touchtone phone. And then to withdraw your question, simply press star 1 again. If you are using a speakerphone, we do ask that you please pick up your handset prior to pressing the numbers to ensure the best sound quality. Once again, star and the number 1. And our first question today comes from Mike Colonnese with H.C. Wainwright. Mike, please go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Mike is from H.D. Wainwright. That is a financial firm, big money firm. They want to ask CleanSpark some questions. So you see the big money with people coming in, they want to know what's going on. They're gonna ask them questions about what they just said, right? So HD Wainwright is a financial investor, big, not no biz. This is a big corporate investor. You know, all of these people going to ask questions are people with millions and millions of dollars, right? They represent firms. HD Wainwright is a firm. This guy is asking a question for his investment firm. It's an analyst. They analyzing this company. These are analysts asking them questions. Okay.
Guys, and congratulations on the Bitmain deal, the recent acquisitions, and getting Sandersville energized here. Really exciting times for CleanSpark. Just a couple questions.
The analyst said this is really exciting times. Congratulations. Haha. Let's get it. I told you.
For me. So, you talk about receiving the 12 exahash of S21s, call it through the first half of the year or so. Was just curious how you guys are thinking about the additional infrastructure needed to support the new rigs that are going to be delivered in the coming months. Are you seeing other attractive acquisition opportunities out there in the market today, or would you consider building out an entirely new facility, be it in Georgia or another market out there?
Hey, Mike, thanks for joining us. Yeah, with that additional infrastructure, maybe the best example to give is in December when we did our earnings call. I let everybody know that we were 72 megawatts short of what we needed to get to 20 based on what we had ordered the prior month. And we sit here today, just 60 days later, with the answers for how we filled that. So I would point to first our track record to show how confident we are in some of the statements we're making. But really how we're looking at this is there's a lot of incredible opportunities out there. And so we are evaluating a queue of opportunities, many of which do include, M&A opportunities. And I believe that's
M&A means merge and acquisitions. Okay. So when he say they got opportunities to M&A, that means they're going to merge with a company or buy the company. Acquisitions mean they want to take it over. So he's talking about opportunity.
Likely where we'll turn to first as the place where we would put the first 12 exahash of machines. The following 20, there's a lot of flexibility in that option and how we exercise it. And for some of that, we would certainly be building, either adding on to existing facilities, expanding, or even building out new greenfield opportunities. So we're going to look at it from a total of the full option from both sides, but we really do think that there is plenty of opportunity out there, including things that we're actively looking at that will create a nice home for the 12 exahash of additional growth that we plan to hit before the end of the calendar year.
Very helpful. And just to follow up for me, if we look at the entire 160,000 deal with Bitmain for the S21s, what would need to happen for CleanSpark to really consider exercising that full option? If you could just speak to some of the specific factors or market conditions that would influence your decision and really be comfortable with transacting on the full 160,000.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any.
All right. So what he's asking about now is the amount of machines that they bought. Remember earlier in the stream, I told you they had a contract. They already got 60,000 executed. They got an option to buy 100,000. Let's see what the CEO says about that.
A specific, Bitcoin price that we would be looking for or anything like that I could point to. But instead, it's going to be how do the chips fall really on a post-halving basis? Because that's when we're going to be looking at it the closest. We're going to be factoring in where did difficulty actually drop to, where does it recover to, what is Bitcoin's price. It's really going to be a measure of what's the ROI. And, we're all
ROI means return on investment.
Also going to keep an eye on, anything else that's going on in the market, just in general. A key thing on that option is, we can wait to exercise it all the way to the very last day of the year and take some of those into 25. So one thing I can say is we feel highly confident that we will exercise the option, as I said.
So this man said we buying all them damn machines. He said we feel highly confident that we gonna exercise this option. So that means Bro, we buying all these fucking machines, okay?
Said during the call, it's really about when. Another key component of that is we can exercise it in parts. So if we get opportunities that warrants pulling down 10, 20, 30,000 of the 100, we can exercise that option earlier, and we could hold the rest until later to the end of the year. That flexibility is really important when you consider the fact that as soon as options like this are exercised, that involves cash flow. So we always want to minimize the timing of spending cash and plugging machines in. And so as it relates to that option, I think that we'll kind of switch directions, whereas right now we've looked to secure machines, get them coming. We then looked to the infrastructure second. On the option, we'll look to infrastructure first, machine second, because the certainty of price and timing will be known. And that's the true value of the option.
Great. Thank you for taking my question, Zach.
Great. Thanks, Mike. And our next question comes from the line of Josh Siegler with Cantor Fitzgerald. Josh, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call today. Congrats on the results. I'd like to dive a little bit deeper into the Mississippi acquisitions because this marks a clear change in strategy from how you've been positioning your vertically integrated sites in Georgia. Can you give us a little bit more detail on the rationale to really expand the geography and how you're feeling about the new Mississippi move?
Yeah. Josh, thanks for joining the call. How we're thinking about Mississippi is another Georgia. It's a place that we're seeing a lot of opportunities based on how we view and interact with the grids that are located in that part of the U.S. We feel very comfortable with those systems and grids, and we see this as our first foray into Mississippi. Anywhere that we go, we're going to look to do similar things where we're going to be looking to expand our footprint, be a meaningful part of the communities, things like that. So this is an entry point for us in Mississippi, and we expect that there's a lot of opportunity there. If you think of headlines about reading about any miner right now, Mississippi is not a place that you're reading about, and that for us points to a lot of opportunities in the research we've been doing over the past several months. So we're excited about it and see it as another home that will spin up and do similar things and gain the same efficiencies.
Yeah, absolutely. Interested in seeing how it plays out. I guess as a follow-up to that would just be, if we could dive a little bit deeper into the power structure for Mississippi, how are you thinking about fixed versus floating, and ultimately, where do you see your overall cost of electricity trending as we enter into the halving?
Yeah, so we see it staying fairly stable. So all of these sites come with a fixed price power agreement in the 5-cent range. When you blend that into, what last quarter's prices were till you throw this in on a percentage basis, it would shift our average power cost still into the mid-fours. So that's what we're still looking at a blended average. We're also watching the market. The market is pointing to, a continued flatness or even a slight decrease in power prices in the state of Georgia. Because they do share parent companies, we think that we're going to see similar availability. I would expect us actually, as we expand and use this foundation of a fixed price power in Mississippi, to actually look towards more market-based power rates, because we've been incredibly successful in basically beating the fixed price rates, which usually represents, a hedge price on the other side. But we're going to climb that hill as we continue to grow in Mississippi, and thought that an entry point with a fixed price 5-year power agreement was a great place to start.
Great. Appreciate the color there, and congratulations again on the results.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Josh. Again, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, if you'd like to ask a question, star one on your touch-tone phone. Once again, star one on your telephone keypad. And our next question comes from Greg Lewis at BTIG. Greg, please go ahead.
Yeah, hey, thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Zach, congrats on Mississippi. Just kind of curious, was that how competitive of a process was that? Were you looking at that acquisition against others? And really, when did that kind of first come across, or come into your guys' purview as a potential acquisition opportunity? What I'm trying to understand is, you mentioned lots of M&A opportunities. We're hearing some of that, and you're probably seeing more than we're hearing about. But just kind of any kind of color around the Mississippi opportunity and how that evolved.
What I can say is relationships are the first.
This guy is asking him how did he get that how did he get this how did he get this deal? He asking him, and the CEO is gonna answer him and kind of like, bruh, stop trying to worry about my connections, man. I know people that know people. Stop playing with me, man. You worried about what I'm doing. That's what I take from this.
Thing that matter. This site was owned by a party that we'd already acquired a site from. And so it was where we got basically a first and early look at it. Now, we actually looked at it in a prior quarter. And at the time, all things considered, we didn't move on it because we were highly focused on what we were doing. We're now in a situation where we have lots of machines coming, and it made all the sense in the world. And so getting the first look and first opportunity on this allowed us to engage in negotiations on an exclusive basis, which is what we bargained for as part of the process. So again, I believe it would have been competitive had we not had the relationship we already had. So we did leverage our relationships to make sure it went very smoothly and quickly.
Okay, great. And then I would be curious, just because it's something that we're thinking about. You mentioned the halving potentially knocking off 15 to 30% of global hash. I don't know how detailed you need to get on the call, but kind of if you could give us maybe some broad strokes, how you're kind of coming up with that number.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some broad strokes. One thing that nobody knows is really the exact percentage of what machines are where and what their power rates are behind that. What we do know and what we can see is that there are a lot of machines that are still plugged in that are not nearly as efficient as they're going to need to be. An easy example of that is, there's public companies that are still openly running miners that have an efficiency between 38 and 44. And so I really believe whether it's, immediately at halving or, sometime plus or minus a month around halving, I'm a believer that, everything on the above average side is going to start to struggle. And, as much as public companies may have balance sheets that can allow them to last a little while through some of these tough times, everybody else, they're kind of going day by day on their cash flows. So we point to that and we say, okay, we know that even there's some public companies running 38 to 44. That means also that there are, other assets out there that are significantly higher. What percentages we don't know, and that's where our estimate comes into 15 to 30%. So, we're in our opinion, global hash rate, there's at least 15 to 30% that's less efficient than a 38 watt per terahash machine.
Super helpful. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Greg. And our next question comes from Reggie Smith at JP Morgan. Reggie, please go ahead.
Is that somebody from JP Morgan Chase? One of the biggest bank in the world? What is he doing? Why he asking questions? God damn, I wish this stock price go back down. Shit. JP Morgan on the call? What is he doing?
Hey everyone, this is Charlie on for Reggie. Thanks for taking the question. I know you provided some details on under and overclocking efficiency last quarter, and I realize it's early days on the S21s, but I was wondering if you had a sense of how reliable, how efficient, and kind of how flexible from a overclocking, underclocking perspective these machines are straight out of the box. I know some earlier models, specifically I think like the XPs, had some performance issues kind of on the first go around. So any context there would be helpful. Thanks.
JP Morgan want to know, How good is these machines you guys buying? Cause bruh, y'all buying a lot of them shits.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some broad strokes on this. So we have taken units in, we have tested those. The good news is the S21 is very flexible, is what we're finding so far. And you were right. The XP is one of the less efficient miners. It's because it was already released at the lower end of its, physical, I'll call it physical levels of efficiency. So pushing that to get it more efficient creates some challenges in the XP. The S21, on the other hand, has some flexibility built in that we've been able to extract, using some of our tech stack and our firmware. And so we've been able to.
So basically, they talking about machines right now. They want to know, because I just told you they got that big old purchase agreement for 160,000 machines, but they're buying the S21. So that's a newer version of the machines that that CleanSpark are acquiring. So he's going to tell them about the new versions of machines.
To get the S21 to perform at a level of 15.8 joules per terahash. And we've also been able to push it, even in an air-cooled environment, to as high as 220 terahash. So we're happy. It's still early days. We need to see how it behaves on a fleet-wide basis, but we're very happy with what we're seeing, the ability to push efficiency out of it, and also the ability to actually push it a little bit higher. To get to 220, it costs us a watt or two, but it's very, very little. So we're really happy with that. From a temperature.
What's up, Juicy Fruit? I see you just pull up. I just went over CleanSpark whole earnings call. You might want to catch the replay of this, because they had an earnings call like Thursday evening, and I'm reviewing their earnings call. I know you're invested in this company. You definitely might want to watch the replay of this.
Point of view, we're seeing it to be fairly resilient. So it is 5 degrees Celsius higher rated than the XP also. We, of course, haven't gone through a summer yet with the S21, but all the testing we're doing where we are introducing heat into that as part of our R&D process, we're really happy with the results we're seeing. So we expect, I guess, in summary, to have the S21 represent the flexibility and benefits similar to a J Pro, except for already almost nearly double the efficiency.
Got it. That's great to hear. Thanks for taking the question.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining the call.
All right. Thank you, Reggie. And one more queue for questions. Last call. If you'd like to ask a question, star one on your touchtone phone. Once again, star one on your telephone keypad. Otherwise, our final question will come from Brian Dobson at Chardon Capital Markets. Excuse me. Brian, please go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for taking the question. And congratulations on the very efficient monthly metrics you guys posted during the quarter. So I suppose let's talk about your new mining facilities. In the past you've mentioned that Georgia offers a variety of natural climate advantages for Bitcoin mining. Do you believe your new facilities share these same advantages?
Yeah, we do. So actually, if you compare it to the, middle of the road kind of temperatures in Georgia, in Mississippi, we're actually getting on average a few degrees cooler weather where these are located. So we are looking forward to what they are. We're also, as part of these facilities, what we didn't get a lot into is really what the physical infrastructure looks like. So these are buildings. These are not pods. These are buildings that have very robust exhaust fan systems built in that help with, additionally, with what the miners are already pushing out and handling. They're still very low PUE buildings, and we're really happy with how we expect them to perform. But we did make sure, of course, in addition to the weather advantages that we expect to also carry through, we made sure that the infrastructure was ready and set up for it. These facilities, as we mentioned, are turnkey in the sense that we're bringing our miners into a facility that will empty out, but there is over a year of runtime data that we were able to look at to watch how these facilities run and function over an entire year of data. So all in all, really happy and looking forward to the results we expect them to generate.
Yeah, good to hear. During your prepared remarks, you also mentioned just briefly that the halving may lead to a stronger price performance for Bitcoin. Now, I agree with that because at the very least, your daily selling pressure from the mining industry is going to be reduced by half for those not hodling. But do you think you could kind of elaborate on what you see as potential positive catalysts for the coin post-halving?
Yeah, I think that the selling pressure, of course, is one of those. The ETFs, I think, are helping with the buying. So you think about how many coins are going to be taken off the shelf essentially on a permanent or semi-permanent basis. To me, is a big part of that. Do I think it's going to happen the day after halving occurs? No. Just like all supply and demand shocks work, when you look at anything in a commodities market or any general economic market, basically the longer that the supply is less than it was before, the more likely you're going to see a price impact. So, it could take 30 days or it could take 9 months before we see those catalysts fully kick in. But, there's a lot of things that we can point to. But I'm a big fan of thinking simple and supply and demand curves on an economic basis, pointing to being the largest driver. You pair that with what I also think is going to be higher adoption, both in a traditional sense of users of Bitcoin, of corporations that are going to now be willing to put it on their balance sheet due to the new accounting rules, to layer twos and whether it's ordinals or anything else, which is good for us by creating more fees. But in addition to the fees, it's people using the blockchain for more things. So I think you first look to the supply and demand economics, and you second look to the use cases being a catalyst for additional demand, not just reductions in supply.
Yeah, very good. Thanks very much.
Thank you for joining the call.
And with that, I would now like to turn the call back over to Isaac Holyoke.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. They're gonna give closing remarks. That was all the questions that the people asked. You had questions, like I said, coming from investment firms. Guys, I'm in here at the ground floor. We were invested here at around $3. We are watching this investment grow. We're at $13.95, close to $13.98 as of today. Hopefully we get some pullback because CleanSpark has been raging. It's been going crazy. Hopefully we'll get some pullback and we'll have opportunity to start averaging in a little bit more. Clara Booker brought to my attention that they said the price prediction for this company will be $2,319 by the year 2030, which will guarantee me to be a millionaire. And I hope you guys can take some of this information, more than a multiple millionaire, if that were to play out. But if we would just take on the small scale, right, from that 2,300 number, and just say, what if CleanSpark hits $100? I'm sure that could change your life, because we at $15, in a ballpark of $15, between $10 and $15 right now. Just from here to $100 will be a 10x on your money, right? My average cost base is $4, right? As my total ownership is $4. Oh, you didn't see that, Juicy Fruit? This is why I was telling you I wouldn't be worried about selling too much. Let me show you what Clara Booker put up on the screen. Right here. We're gonna go look at this. Right? I just want people to see that. This can change your life. Right? It's more important than any one of these people on here talking this gossip, talking about people's parents, talking about who's a bitch, who's a hoe, right? This is way more important than all of that stuff. I express to you that I'm hopefully that everybody, even the detractors, could pay attention, because we all have children, right? I do this for your future. I'm trying to build a community where we're not just looked at as cornballs and hood people. and pimps and prostitutes and drug dealers and drug users, right? I'm trying to break through to somebody's brain to make us become savvy investors as well, right? Because ownership is the key to wealth. Wealth is not everything, okay? Wealth is not everything, but it damn sure could eliminate a lot of the problems that we have day to day. You know, we shouldn't have an elder on here talking about they need light bill money, you know, because they're so focused on drama at 60 years old. We shouldn't have people on here cussing people out every 5 minutes and not worried about their future and thinking they have it all figured out. You know, I don't have it all figured out, but I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to get there. You know, every day I live, I'm trying to become a better me. So they can continue to talk about whatever the hell they want to talk about me. I'm a soldier. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff. I ain't a war soldier. I'm talking about just in a general sense. Right? I've been through a lot of stuff. And like I always say, man, for somebody like me to make it through what I made it through and be the person I am today, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It starts with the information you take in. You need to change your ideas in your mind, right? All of these people talk all of this shit and they ain't got shit to show for it. They ain't got shit to show for it. So I'm gonna be ready, get ready for this Super Bowl. I gotta get fly. I gotta put on my 49ers gear. I'm going to a Super Bowl party. Um I might come back on and see what happened with the winner of that, but I might not, you know. Once again, we turn up in masses for drama and cussing and fussing and fighting. This is how we're trained. Every day I watch it. And I just be like, damn, I even watch it on my chat. Sometime when I go off on people, the chat starts flooding. 200, 300, 400 people in here. When I'm talking about this stuff right here that can literally change your life, it's not important to you because you didn't hear me cuss somebody. Like, what is wrong with us? Not just one person, everybody. What is wrong with us? When I can watch my investment grow $17,000 in 2 days, what is wrong with us as a community? When I'm like, yo, okay, you don't like me, whatever, but look at this. You gonna tell me I don't want to look at that because you, like, fuck you, man. This is the mindset of our culture, and it's sad. You know, I'm sitting in the chat. They talking drama about each other. I just want to tell everybody, yo, Bitcoin is at 48,000. This shit y'all talking about is garbage. Bitcoin at 48,000. Do you have any? Did you hear what that person said? Did you hear what that person said? Look at what that person said. Look at what that person did. Yo, man, Clean Spark just went from $3 to $14. Did you buy any? Did you buy any? Fuck no. Fuck no. You only focus on one thing. And this is what happens to our community. This is an overall view. You're watching it right in your face. This is what's going on in the inner cities of Chicago, in Louisiana, in fucking Memphis, Tennessee. This is what's going on. We have nobody there to try to help guide people to look at other things, look at other avenues. All you want to hear is fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you, right? I'm telling you, look, man, I see water, a plentiful basket of fruit. You want to get this shit. I don't care if you don't like me. That ain't what I'm doing this for. I do not want to be the only one watching my money just skyrocket like this. And guess what? My only regret is that I didn't buy more. Even though I was on here down $9,000. I had a guy, Ronald Jones, came on my panel when Bitcoin was 24, 25,000, telling me why it wasn't good and why it couldn't go up. And we're looking at a price today of 48,000. Had he stopped worrying about so much gossip and just said, yo, let me see what Biz talking about, and did his own research, the man might have bought a little bit of it, right? I hear people talking about, yo, we can't use Bitcoin to buy nothing. It's not money. I want the dollar. Listen, man, you got a highly misconstrued conception of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an investment tool. Don't stop looking at it as money. Okay, it's an investment. It's what it is. Gold, you can't buy shit in gold either. It's an investment. It's a preserver of wealth. Bitcoin is the fastest growing investment in the world in history. It's never been anything grows this fast. Okay? You must stop cussing for 5 minutes and take an idea. I went through this earnings call just so you could hear how it goes. You know, you get comments from the different executives in the building. You know, they telling you their plans on the future. You probably never even heard of an earnings call before. Probably don't even know what that is. But you damn sure know what a motherfucker is. You know, and I'm not putting anyone down because I've been doing the same shit my whole life. I feel bad for my younger version of myself. I should have been the one investing at a younger age. But hopefully I could open up some of you guys, you older people, mind, so you can start telling your kids about shit like this. Because just imagine where we would be at in the future if we had a bunch of business running around out here. Fuck all that negative shit in my background and all that shit. Just a bunch of business with his brain right now running around out here. Just imagine how much better the society could be if we all thought the way I think now about this bag, about this investing, about building wealth, right? About financial freedom. I'm over in all of my investment portfolio accounts, I'm over $53,000 right now. And I only started with about, let's say, 16 or 17,000. I got $10,000 in Crow. I got $2,300 in XRP. And I got $42,000 worth of Clean Spark. And I'm no better than you. I just make different decisions with my money than you do. I have different forms of entertainment. This earning call was very entertaining for me. I found this to be entertaining. More so than anybody who was live at the time that this earning call came on. I was nowhere in nobody's live. I was looking at this damn earning call because this is the most entertainment for my week, let alone for the day. I just want to get people to pay attention, man. That's all. You can call each other all you want. You can cuss at each other all you want, but it's time when you got to pay attention. This is one of those times. All right. Now, what I think was going to happen with Bitcoin, I think we're approaching a level of resistance at $50,000, right? Where we might have another sell pressure come in, right? But don't let this shit go to 80,000 and you don't have any. I will come on when it's time, when I feel like it's time to sell Clean Spark, right? When it's time, when I feel like it's got overvalued, because it's going to be a lot of hype that comes in this market. Once this Bitcoin price starts to rally, people forget about fundamentals. That shit go out the window. The price is gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be way overvalued, and I'll be selling at that time with all intentions, okay, with full intentions to buy it in the bear market, right? So when I sell this fucking Clean Spark, hopefully for over $100,000, I'm telling you now, I want to get over $100,000 out of this. I want to sell it at that point. Then I'm going to wait for the bear market. I'm going to leave the cash on the sideline. Wait for all the people to make money and get out the way of Bitcoin and let Bitcoin crash again. Because it repeats the same cycle every 4 years, okay? Once it crashes again, I would then deploy that money back into CleanSpark at the lows of the market. And then ride this train up again and rinse and repeat. So hopefully I'm helping somebody, man. This is what I come on here for. So, like I said, man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody here. Let's go party for the Super Bowl. Kaz Butterfly, appreciate you pulling up. Mary Man, appreciate you pulling up. Juicy Fruit, you already know what time it is. Empress 13, appreciate you guys pulling up. For those of you that don't have any clue what a fucking earnest call is, doesn't mean I'm better than you. Okay? What I'll ask you to do is take time out of your day. You could put this shit on fast forward. I don't care what you do with it. Okay? And just listen to what goes on in the earnest call. Then understand this is what happens every 3 months. They're going to have another earnest call in May. I'm going to be on here covering that as well. Right? It won't be as exciting as the fuck you bitches lives. Because I got a few of those left in me too. Right? I got a few of those left in me too. Like I said, I'm no better than you. But these same type of calls happen with Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Cash App, Google. All of the Google owns YouTube. So they're gonna have earnings calls if you in Home Depot, McDonald's, Chipotle, any publicly traded company has an earnings call. And for those of you that want to get invested, you need to start listening to some of these earnings calls. This should be entertainment, because this type of entertainment can help you. Right? This was very interesting to me. It just solidified my belief more in the future of this particular investment that I have. Right? This all it did, because I was convinced when I was buying at $2-3. Right? I was sold then. This is just solidifying the future of my investment. Right? So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Those that did want to listen. Philly 2K4, appreciate you. Juicy Fruit, appreciate you. Clara Booker, appreciate you. Let's spread the word. Let's not be ashamed to tell our cussing father about this type of shit, or our cussing mother about this type of shit. Let's get our kids in a position where they can be successful in the future, so we can have a better future. We'll be less shooting, less killing. If they knew that they could make this type of money and wealth, maybe they would put them damn guns down. Because they only pick those guns up to shoot each other. But who are teaching them? This sector is a direct reflection of our overall state of the community. We only want to hear fuck shit. That's it. That's it. And this is why you stuck right where you at. Stop blaming other people. Look at that person in the mirror and figure out, what are you doing wrong? Stop pointing the finger at everybody else and start looking at what you doing wrong, what you could be doing better as a person. Right? Maybe some of the things people say about you are true. You ever thought about that? Maybe you should change a little bit of the shit you do. Gossip and drama ain't always it. Once again, man, another powerful stream just go by the wayside. Shout out to the 20 people in here. I appreciate y'all. Let's go watch the 250, 300 people that want to hear fuck shit all day. Let's go watch them. Until then, let's go Niners, man. We about to win this Super Bowl. KB, we got that $100 bet, so don't act like you don't know. I'm about to text your ass, bro. You need that bet is on deck, bro. So other than that, we turned up, man. We turned up, man. Hey, man, any type of weakness, I'm a buyer. You should be as well. Salute to y'all, man. I see y'all in the next go round. I see y'all in one of these drama chats full of people that just want to hear bullshit all day. Pay attention. I just sit back like, damn, yo. Shit crazy, man. Let them know Biz made 17,000 in 2 days. You better listen. You better go your ass on that man channel. Biz, you could have made at least 1,000, motherfucker. You better go on that man channel. That man spitting some gems over there. You better take your ass on over there. Listen, just for 10 minutes, motherfucker. Listen, put the fucking live on 2 times speed or some shit. Listen to that shit on your way to work. Just listen. The man saying some shit over there now. Y'all can talk all this fuck shit you want about the man, but you better take your ass over there and listen to him. Other than that, man, appreciate y'all. Holla.